All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Thursday, the 18th of September, set by Serenos. I don't recognize that name. Anyway, let's have our cryptic clue of the day first. Yesterday had my second attempt at getting the clue right. My apologies again. Nice one, Cyril's beginning angers the relative. Well, you had to realize that Nice and is it pronounced Angers are both French cities, so we needed the French for one, and the, le, and they go around the first letter of Cyril to give uncle. Well done to greeting card boy, and I presume Fiona and Neville got that as well. All right, today, lost my ass, but somehow show off with this 6-6. Lost my ass, but somehow show off with this 6-6. First word ends in S, second word ends in L. All right, let me click on Serenos. Isn't there a villain in the superhero films Theranos? I presume it's. Yeah, it looks like this is the first time we've had Serenos. So let's see the cut of their jib. A collector of cuttings from Spy and Punch. I loved the American magazine Spy. It was a takeoff of Private Eye, which I think they admitted, but it was excellent for a few years. It burned brightly. Anyway, I'm sure this is not going to be the magazine. Is it just a hidden clue? A cutting from something coming from Spy and Punch? I'm wondering if it could be a punch knockout. But how is that collector of cuttings from Spy? Uppercut is another. Well, they wouldn't have cut and cuttings in the clue, I think. No, I like that clue, but I don't get it. All right, Gujarati leader and two successors. Well, I presume. Yeah, I'm thinking it must be Gandhi. I have to admit, I'm not exactly sure who or what Gujarati is. I think maybe it's a family or a grouping in India. Anyway, I'm thinking it's G and why? Oh, the letters H and I come after G. Oh, that's very clever. All right, does that help my collector? Oh, a collector of cuttings. Ah, I'm thinking a grass is very loosely a spy. I suppose somebody who grasses on the others is a spy in some way. Grass. What do you call that thing on the back of your lawnmower? The grass bin? Well, what's punch? Oh, it's been so long since I've used a lawnmower, I've forgotten. And I think the last lawnmower I used was a Flymo type, so it didn't actually have a grass thingamabob. No, let's try some more downs. Draw a rotten apple. Oh, I think it might be draw. Yeah, it's A and an anagram of apple. It's actually not much of an anagram because I think it's appeal to, I suppose, the draw somebody has over other people might be their appeal. That's the best I can come up with. Regimen ruling out stuffing, blocking fries, and sweet drinks. What is this going to be? A regimen? Or maybe some sweet drinks? No, I don't see it. Politicians without hint of shame. Oh dear, we have a lot of those. Engaged in out and out exaggeration. Well, the hint of shame, I think, is the first letter of shame. I think we've seen that before. a trace of something or a hint of it can be the first letter. So I think it's going to be politicians. It could be a particular party or just a generic term minus the S. Engaged in. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure if the engaged in out and out is part of the wordplay, or that might be the definition. I'm thinking because it's such a long word, it might be an ing, like overstating, over something. Don't get it. The third part of Gormenghast, missing from bookshelf. Cracking the Cryptic did a Times crossword recently where there was a reference to Gormenghast. Mervyn Peake, I think, wrote them, but I haven't read them, those books, and Simon hasn't either. But I'm wondering if this is the same setter from the Times under a different name. Oh, of course, they don't use names in the Times. But anyway, I think third part of Gormenghast is simply an R. And it's going to be missing from probably the title of a famous book, or a word for book like volume. And that's going to give us a shelf in 5 letters. Not seeing it. Teacher's sexy selfie. What is that going to be? I think sexy is going to be a charade word, like hot. Oh, yeah, I do wonder if it's going to be a something shot. Yeah, teacher S. I think we have a 4-letter. Oh, yeah, I think it's. I question that because I think the answer might be a headshot, and the teacher is the headmaster, known as head. But a selfie is one you take yourself. I mean, that's why it's called a selfie. Whereas a headshot, anyone can take your headshot. In fact, I would say 9 times out of 10, they're taken by someone else. Anyway, such is life. Moment, day tripper lost heart to bus driver. Well, I'm wondering if day tripper is going to lose everything between the D and the R. If that's right, then I think that has to be at the beginning. And then we have a bus driver. And the whole thing would mean moment, can't see it. Now, could this be a past tense word? Shakespeare's ghost, clutching battered hat, starts to irritate chess club. Surely it's going to be Shakespeare's ghost. Although the clutching, clutching battered hat sounds like the ghost is going to go around, an anagram of hat, and then starts to irritate, surely is an I. Oh, could it be a chess club? What would a chess club be? I can only think of a chess club. St. Louis? I'm sure there's a famous one in England. No, let's try jovial brother to write back and create harmony. Is it going to be a jovial brother? Oh, it could be someone like Friar Tuck. To write back sounds like we're going to reverse something. Maybe it's create harmony. I'm trying to think of a musical term for that, but harmonize is the only one I can think of. All right, ancient mariner might use this to cure 5. Oh dear. Yeah, what does the ancient rhyme of the ancient mariner? What does he use? Oh, I'm thinking to cure something you would use salt. Now, is it going to be a sea salt, an ancient mariner? Could it be an old salt? Because a mariner is a salt. Yeah, but I'm thinking then 5 might be some kind of meat that you cure. Not thinking of anything. Oh, a rasher maybe. Sly rasher. Oh, I'm wondering about 5 and 26. Maybe the battered is not just the hat. Oh, and it is starts to irritate chess club. Ah, so it's not just but I think it's going to be ICC. Yeah, I think it's a little random that Serenos chose chess clubs. Could have been starts to irritate. Anything with CC, Cindy Crawford. Um, so maybe ATH, ICC. Oh, this H is probably going to be part of that. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to think of ghosts in Shakespeare, Hamlet, right? Macbeth, maybe there's one. I'm terrible on Shakespeare. I really need to brush up my Shakespeare. All right, back to the acrosses. Project Endless Bliss. I think it might be project, and I'm thinking bliss could be heaven, and without the end, it's heave. Yet if you project something, you're throwing it or heaving it. All right, wild crocuses adorn sun and air. Well, I'm thinking crocuses is 8 letters. If that's going to be wild or anagrammed, and that's going to adorn, go on or around an S to give an air. All right, let's try the anagram helper. I really don't use it as much as I probably should. Oh, a successor, of course. Dear, oh dear. Well, that was easy enough, wasn't it? Okay. Unhealthy, popular suspicion surrounded old burial ground. I'm thinking this might mean unhealthy. Popular is usually in, and then a word for suspicion is going to go around probably O plus a word for burial ground. And it's going to mean unhealthy. Not sure what that is. I might use my phone a friend and call Robert F. Kennedy Jr. since he knows all about it. All right, official statement showing how to open security door. Right. That's very clever. An official statement is often a press release. And yeah, security doors, often there'll be a release button inside that somebody can press on to open it. That's clever. Wreckage of boats caught by rocks, subject of old English ballad. I think it might be an old English ballad, but Yeah, I don't know about that. I think wreckage of boats might be an anagram of boats. Caught by a word for rocks, which can be a verb. Yeah, and then I think it will be Old English ballad. I'm wondering about some kind of rose. Although, no, I'd expect probably we'll start with one of the letters from boats if I'm right. No, not getting it. Let's go back to the Downs. We looked at our day tripper lost heart to bus driver. So it's either a moment or I think it's a driver or a bus driver. No, not seeing it. Conductor interacting with field, releasing current, may result in electrical discharge. Well, we have a lot of letters for that first word. Is it going to, I wonder if we're going to have the name of a famous conductor. Can't think of one. S something. C. Malcolm Sargent, George Zell. Or it could be a metal like copper. Cu, maybe? I think the definition will be an electrical discharge. Something shock. What's that first word? S-A-C? S-E-C? S-O-C-S-I-S-U? No, I definitely should get that one, but I'm not seeing it. Put out, unwrapped gift, tactful to dispense with show. Unwrapped gift, I'm thinking we take the covers off and we're left with IF. Tactful to dispense with show, no. Both leads quit Top Gun musical comedy. That's great. Yeah, well, I'm thinking if the lead quits top, we're left with op, and both leads, so op and un. And then maybe a word. No, I'm not seeing anything there. Can I think of a comedy or a musical comedy beginning with OP? No. To a large extent, artificer. Am I still artisan? I'm wondering if it's a hidden clue to a large extent. Could it be, yes, it is a ceramist. I see, I would have said a ceramicist, but ceramist must also be the word. Bird's eggs served up on time in Paris and Rome. I like it. Eggs are often O's, or it could be ova, but I'm thinking it'll be two O's. And then maybe they're just put on T for time. I don't know what the bird is going to be. And then Paris and Rome. But it might be the French for time. Tom, right? Or is Tom the weather? Oh dear, my French is terrible. Um, in Paris, could that be en or dans? And Rome, what's the the Italian for and. Oh dear. I'm just showing my ignorance. A clergyman ensconced in motorcycle rickshaw. All right, we have another hidden clue. So that's very kind of the setter to give us two hiddens. Cleric is hidden in there. This particular thank you letter, this particular might be the, and thank you in English slang can be ta, and that gives theta, a Greek letter. All right. New Amsterdam, for instance. All right. Well, if we break it after new, I'm thinking novel. And there is a novel called Amsterdam, and the writer's name is escaping me at the moment. Um, it will come to me, I'm sure. English guy. Anyway, I'm very confident it is a novel name. Nuclear missile in possession of 9. Oh dear, we haven't got 9 yet. Jovial brother. Our hop to create harmony. Trident. Ooh. So I'm thinking then 9 is going to have something to do with Poseidon. What is his other name? Oh, Neptune. Ah. Oh, he must be the brother of Jove. So jovial brother. That's very sneaky. Anyway, to write is to pen. That goes backwards. And to create harmony, tune. I don't agree with that definition either. That's all right. How was our regimen? Our sweet drinks. Yeah, I think it must be sweet drinks. Ooh, now I'm not great on wine, but I think there is a Sauterne. I presume it is a sweeter variety of wine. So then how does the wordplay work? Regimen ruling out stuffing. All right, I think that's going to be R and N, removing the inner letters from regimen. And that blocks fries. Sautés, of course. Yeah, that's clever. All right, so that is looking like IN, but I don't have anything else for that. Oh, this might be ova. Bird's eggs. I'm wondering if it's going to be birds of some kind. Ova. What's the time in Paris and Rome is what do you call the time zone there? The Western European Standard Time? I don't know what the yeah, now I have it because I have to serve those ova up to get avo, and then the bird is an avocet, and so it must be Central European time, I suppose. All right. Soldier on holiday with cake decorator. All right, if you're on holiday, you're off. And if you're decorating a cake, you're an icer, to give an officer and a gentleman. Comedian, perhaps from America, abandons usual material. Ooh. Comedian, perhaps. Yeah, don't get that. I'm just thinking about America, could be USA. or US. And if that abandons usual, you might be left with UAL or maybe just UL. And then maybe a word for material. And it's a comedian. No, not seeing it. All right, we have to see our Shakespeare's Ghost. Yeah, I'm fairly confident starts to irritate chess club is wordplay, so Shakespeare's Ghost. Something pathetic, pathetic. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to pause and look at maybe a Wikipedia article on ghosts in Shakespeare or something like that. All right, that is looking like an anagram of boats. I think that looks like it's going to be AST, maybe coast. Oh, roast beef. Oh, I think yes. I think rocks actually might be a reef. Um, oh, okay. I'm not aware of a ballad about roast beef. I'm sure someone at 15 squared will set us straight, but I'm fairly confident in that one. All right, just thinking about operator. Both leads quit Top Gun musical, but I don't know why operator would be a musical comedy or comedy. Or is it both? No. Oh no. Here I did think we might have IF, and it looks like it's going to be there. Put out. Unwrapped gift, tactful to dispense with show. Oh, could it be an IFIC word? I don't know why I think that, because I can't actually think of any, well, terrific, but are there other Ibsenific? No, not seeing it. All right, have I looked at everything once? I think I have. All right, here's my shelf now. I'm wondering about a plate being a shelf. But then where would the R go to make a book? Yeah, don't plater. Plarte. No. That's my bus driver. I should be able to give a word. Well, a word for moment or a word for bus driver. Now, moment has some special meaning in physics, I think. The moment of inertia is at the back of my head. But it's probably just an instant. Day tripper, lost heart. Oh, I think it might be a driver. I'm thinking about, I started by thinking of moment is often mo, and then I thought of a motorist. So second, day tripper is a tourist who loses The heart to bus, the middle letter of bus, loses the U. That's very tricky. All right. Oh, that should help now with Shakespeare's ghost. Ooh. Um, I'm sure that H something M, I mean, that is so restrictive. Let me pause and try and jog my memory. Well, I found a list of the ghosts. I think the most famous one is Banquo's ghost. I'm now thinking, just because I'm looking at the ending, and it would make sense that it ends in IC for starts to irritate chess, and that the definition would be club. But I'm not seeing a club that ends in. Oh, I am seeing a football club. Ah, is Fulham's name Fulham Athletic? Is it Fulham? Maybe there's another Ham team. Well, I can only think of West Ham, but maybe it is Fulham Athletic. All right, then, who is the ghost that is clutching a battered... Oh, well, there's the battered hat here. Oh, it's Hamlet. We do have Hamlet around the battered hat. But then where is the... Yeah, maybe it's not Fulham, but not sure what else it could be. All right, so here our shelf. If it is Fulham, would begin with a U. And what would the book be? Yeah, I'm wondering if it begins with RU and we drop the R. Shelf. No, but I am really uncertain about Fulham Athletic. Oh, maybe Oldham? Old Hamlet, maybe. Yeah, that might be. Yeah, I think I like that better. And so now the R is probably missing from after the A or after the E. So a shelf. Ooh, I'm also wondering about my sea salt because I'm thinking about a ledge. Ah, yes, and the book is a ledger. Oops. So, yeah, I'm really having to chip away at the crossword. So it must be old salt. Well, why would you use up old salt? Now I get it. Now that old ham, you have to use old salt, question mark indicating the setter is being silly. Serenos. I'll try and remember that. Oh, so now electrical discharge. Oh, maybe it's a discharge, like a firing or an explosion. Who is the conductor? And then what's a field? Oh, releasing current. Ah, I think current can be I in electrical diagrams. So I'm wondering about, oh, maybe we anagram conductor and field minus I? That is 13 letters. Oh, I do like that. And I think the letters we have left over are all right with that. Oh, I think it might be an occluded front, which I know as a meteorological thing. I think I would hear my father talking about occluded fronts. So I think it's an electrical discharge, as in thunder and lightning, which we actually might get in Texas today or tomorrow, as we often do. Yes, there we go. I did, by the way, I kind of got off with all the ghost stuff, but I had looked over at my politicians and I did want over something to work here, and I saw that an overstatement might be exaggeration. I think the politicians are statesmen, but minus the S, which is the hint of shame, and they are in overt. Oh, out and out. If something is out, it is overt, in out in the open. All right, what is my grass? Collector of cuttings, or it could be some kind of a compost heap too, but not a grass pot. Grass. All right, I'm gonna pause and run through the alphabet. I'm not sure. I know this term, but I'm thinking punch must be box. Uh, Grass box. As I say, it has been a long, long time since I used a lawnmower with an attachment. And actually, it might have been our old manual um, lawnmower. How many people have used? Maybe, do any of you still use a push mower? Great exercise. All right. Unhealthy. Insalubrious, I think, is a nice word. Yeah, I like that. Popular is in. Suspicion surrounded. Oh, yeah, that is so tricky. Old burial ground. It sounds so natural, a burial ground. Well, to grind letters can mean to anagram them. So ground is the past tense. I think we have to grind or anagram O for old and burial. And I think what goes around it is sus for suspicion, which I think of as a very modern slang, but maybe we used to say sus before. Uh, I can't remember. All right, we're getting to the end, thankfully. Put out, unwrapped gift, tactful to dispense with show. Oh, I think if somebody is put out, they might be resentful. So, well, yeah, I'm not sure how this is working. Yeah, I really was expecting my IF in there, but I think I like resentful for put out. Tactful to dispense with show. So I think we have to maybe think of a longer word for, I think a gift is a present. So first of all, we have to substitute present for gift. Then we have to take the P and the T off. And then we have to take the word tactful and to realize that a show can be an act and take the act away from tactful to leave T-full. This is ridiculous. Anyway, isn't it always? All right, just two left. Our comedian. No, not getting that. And yeah, I'm really just thinking operator. No idea why that would be. I mean, it has Surely it has to be operated. Both leads, quit, top. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a word like top, we just dropped the T from top, but gun, maybe we have to think of another word for gun. And I know before we've seen rev, as in rev the engine, gun the engine. I do want there to be a musical at the end, and then the whole thing is a comedy. Ooh, I'm wondering about an operetta, actually. So maybe it is a musical, light musical comedy thing. Ah, yeah, the gun is a beretta, and you drop the B. Ooh, very clever. All right, comedian perhaps from America abandons usual. I'm wondering about maybe an anagram. No, no, I'm not quite seeing what this is. Comedian. All right, I'm going to pause and come up with a good word. If not, I will use wordplays.com. Well, I've come up with a word myself, and I'm not exactly sure why it would be right, except material. And again, it's a word we've seen as the definition before, meaning something that actually exists. So I'm thinking actual, but comedian, perhaps from America, abandons usual. Oh, well, we do end in UAL, so US abandoning usual would leave UAL. Ah, so a comedian perhaps would be an act. Yeah, an act in a variety show. So I'm happy with that. All right, let's check all. Yeah, I think everything is still there. Oh, we did have an X. I'm not sure though we had any other unusual letters to make a pangram, and I didn't spot a theme other than old, of course, which was clever. All right, well, let's head over to 15. Oh, let me check all. Yeah, everything's still there, and let's head over to 15 squared. All right, the blog is by Eileen. Guardian is another new setter. Welcome to Serenos. Interesting solve to the decidedly chewier. Yeah, there were some intricate constructions indeed. There were just two I didn't fully get. Well, old Hamlet, Shakespeare's ghost. All right. And then roast beef. There's a ballad by Henry Fielding. All right. And trident is symbol of Neptune's. Oh yeah, I just want to check on jovial of the planet Jupiter. Neptune is the brother of Jupiter or Jove. That was a clever clue for Gandhi. All right, good start. Not too convinced by spy equals grass. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that quiblet. Oh yeah, and William also thought it was ceramicist, but I'm sure it's in the dictionary. They would check. Yeah, grass box. Not sure I really knew that word. Grass box or grass bag. Yeah, yeah. Welcome, Serenos. Oh, I wonder if Serenos himself popped into some of the setters to join in, which I think is nice. They come in and they take their lumps because there's always something to complain about something. No, oh my goodness, there's a long comment. All right, well, not much more to add to that, but I did enjoy it. Ooh, the Guardian has put up their price. Oh dear. Anyway, glad it's still free online. We're thankful for that. And thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.